Hello guys, now today we are going to study the next topic of the chapter physical and chemical changes. As you know that in previous video we have studied about the physical changes, its activities, and next the chemical changes and its activities. Then we have also studied about when we can say this is a chemical change, when the chemical reactions completed, like a sound is produced, smell is coming out, and gas is released. This we have already studied. And I think we have also studied about the neutralization process. This is also a chemical change because new thing is produced in this reaction, like salt and water. Now today we will study about the ozone layer. Is it a physical or chemical change? So first we have to study about the ozone. You know that in our atmosphere, the outermost layer is there. This outermost layer name is stratosphere. Okay. In a stratosphere, ozone is present. Okay. So what is the main work of this ozone? It's work like a protective shield. Means it absorbs the UV, means ultraviolet radiations coming out from the sun. So we can say that sun emitted UV radiations, and this UV radiations is absorbed by the ozone. What happened if ozone is not there? So if ozone were not available there, then this UV radiation directly come on the earth, directly reach on the earth's surface and cause harm to us and other life forms. So ozone is works like a protective shield because it protects us from the harmful ultraviolet radiations which come from the sun. So you know that what is the formula of ozone? Its formula is O3. And when ozone absorbs these radiations, so it break down O3 into oxygen, O2 plus O. And now oxygen is not harmful. We are using it in the breathing process and for burning the substances. So we can say that now ozone ultraviolet radiation is absorbed by the ozone and it breaks down the O3 into oxygen. So you understood? So this is known as a chemical change. Okay, now see the next topic, rusting. About the rusting we have already studied. What is rusting? Rusting is a brownish coating on an iron article. Okay, and we know that many articles are made by the irons like bridges, ships, car, trucks, bodies, and many other. And you also know that we are facing a lots of huge loss due to the rusting. Okay, so what is the rusting process? How we can write down in a chemical reaction? So rusting means when we are keeping iron article outside. So iron we can write down in the form of Fe. This is a symbol of iron. And when we will keep iron article outside, it will react with oxygen and water. So we can write down oxygen like that and water like that. So when it will react with oxygen and water, then it will form rust. So what is the formula of the rust? Its formula is Fe2O3, ferric oxide, or we can say that iron oxide. So this is the formula of rust. So we can say that for rusting, the presence of oxygen and water is essential. And when rusting becomes faster, if the content of moisture in air is high, we can say that, which means if it is more humid, then rusting becomes faster. Now, another question is how we can prevent rusting. So we are having three methods, three ways by which we can prevent rusting. Number first, painting. Number second, greasing. And number third is galvanization. So we can prevent rusting by three methods: painting, greasing and galvanization. So for painting means we have to apply a coating on an iron articles of coating of paints or grease, then we can prevent the, but we have to do apply these things regularly to prevent the rusting. And what about galvanization? Galvanization is a deposition of a layer of another metal like chromium or zinc on iron. So this process is known as galvanization. What is galvanization? The process of depositing a layer of zinc on zinc or chromium on iron is called galvanization. You know that the iron pipes we use in our homes to carry water, these are also galvanized because to prevent rusting. Okay, and you also know that many ships are in the seawater. Seawater is salty water, so because of the rust and because in the salty water the rust become faster, so rust formations become faster. So we can say that in a, so every year we have to face many problems related to the rusting. Another, we can say that how we can prevent rusting by using stainless steel object. And what is the stainless steel? It is a mixture of iron with carbon and other metals like chromium, nickel and manganese. So this is known as stainless steel. Okay. Now another topic is crystallization. First, we have to understand what is crystallization. So, have you seen how salt is formed? We can say that it is obtained by the evaporation of seawater. Okay, and it's by when salt is when the seawater is evaporated, the substance we get, we can say that this is a salt, and we can see the small crystals of the salt. But these we can't see clearly. Okay, so for see the crystals clearly, we can do one activity also here. So first we have to understand the define of the crystallization. So large crystals of pure substances can be formed from their solutions. This process is known as crystallization. Means from the solutions, if we are getting the large crystals, so this process is known as crystallization. For that we have to understand this activity. What we have to do? First we have to take a beaker. Then we have to add a cup full of water in a beaker. Okay. Then we have to add a few drops of dilute sulfuric acid in it. Then we have to boil the water. We have to heat it. When water start boiling, then you have to add copper sulfate powder in it. Remember one thing, you have to continue the copper sulfate powder till no more powder be dissolved. Okay, when copper sulfate is then after adding, then when no more powder is dissolved, then you have to stop adding the copper sulfate, and you have to filter the solution and keep it for cooling. Okay, so when this solution will be cooled, yeah, we can say that when it will cool, then after we have, you have to remember one more thing, that when you are keeping the solution for cooling, please do not disturb the solution. When you will disturb the solution, then crystal will not form. So we have to keep the solution for cooling without disturbing it. Then after some time we will see, then we can see the larger crystals of the copper sulfate will form. So we can say that from this copper sulfate solution, we got the copper sulfate crystals. So the large crystals of pure substance are formed by the solution of copper sulfate. So this process is known as crystallization. Okay, so crystallization you understood. Then, but now we have to study that is it a physical or chemical change. So we can say that crystallization is a physical change. How we can say it is a physical change? Because we have taken in a beaker copper sulfate solution, copper sulfate powder, then we have added into a water. So this is a copper sulfate solution, and the substance we got, these are the crystals of also copper sulfate. This is also blue in color, this is also blue in color. So we can say that only from the solution we are getting the crystals. And the same substance is there, copper sulfate, copper sulfate. So no new substance is formed here. So we can say that this process is a physical change. Understood? So what we have studied today about the ozone layer, about the rusting, how we can prevent rusting, what is galvanization and the crystallization. So I think we have finished our chapter. So please revise the chapter. 2 videos I have prepared you for completion of the chapter. So you can see the video and you can revise the chapter. Okay. Thank you.